Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 814 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For some, it may be just a time alone for quiet reflection. Some may utilize structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I'm nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you will too experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. If you listen to most modern media outlets today, even within many Christian communities, you would get the idea that the world is a very dark and scary place. I believe most of these tactics are to scare us into fear and unrest. There are a lot of good and positive things that take place in our lives each day that we should be grateful for. I do recognize, though, that all of us face times of darkness in our lives. Even during the dark times, though, we have to realize that the darkness can never extinguish a light. Imagine for a moment being shut in a room with no lights, windows, or doors. As dark as that room would be, if you lit one small match, it would shine extra bright. The darker the night, the brighter even a small candle will appear. So today's meditation, let us examine what Jesus said about light shining in the darkness. When seen in the darkness of a moonless sky, away from the light pollution of the cities, the billions upon billions of stars merge into a deep and comforting glow at the near edges of our universe. The brightest of stars shine even more brilliantly. The darkest of night reveals just how brightly the stars in heaven really do shine. The darkness does not snuff out the light, but only makes it more visible. In a similar but far more important way, Jesus is the spiritual light in a world of darkness, as is listed in John chapter 8, verse 12. I am the light that shines through the cosmos. If you walk with me, you will thrive in the nourishing light that gives light and will not know darkness. The Apostle John, who refers to himself as the one whom Jesus loved, emphasized throughout his gospel that Jesus is the light. His light shines through the darkness of the entire cosmos. His light shines into the deepest darkness of the world. His light shines out of the darkest moments of life to give you light in your darkest moments. As Jesus journeyed through the darkness of rejection, betrayal, abandonment, trials, and crucifixion, his light continued to shine. His light will shine on into the darkness, and that light will never be extinguished, not even with his death. Remember this truth and reflect on how Jesus submitted to the Father's will and let Satan have his own way on the cross. Even as darkness had appeared to overcome Jesus and scattered and shattered those who loved him, his light shines and gives hope for those trapped in the deepest darkness, as John describes in John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning, the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God. God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Jesus is the light. Jesus is the voice. Jesus is the Word. You can confidently believe what Jesus taught us. His message can be trusted. His light can bring you life. So let's look at some verses to live. In the darkest moments, how do you find the will to go on? In your darkness, where do you find the light? Listen again to Jesus' word. Trust Jesus. Come to Jesus and let him give you the light. Listen now as I read John chapter 8, verses 12 through 20. Jesus spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness, because you will have the light that leads to life. The Pharisees replied, You are making those claims about yourself. Such testimony is not valid. Jesus told them, These claims are valid even though I make them about myself. For I know where I came from and where I am going, but you don't know this about me. You judge me by human standards, but I do not judge anyone. And if I did, my judgment would be correct in every respect, because I am not alone. The Father who sent me is with me. Your own law says if two people agree about something, their witness is accepted as fact. I am one witness, and my Father who sent me is the other. Where is your Father? They asked. Jesus answered, Since you don't know who I am, you don't know who the Father is. If you knew me, you would also know my Father. Jesus made these statements while teaching in the section of the temple known as the treasury, but he was not arrested because his time had not yet come. Well, that will conclude our meditation for today. Just remember that Jesus is the light and will shine in your darkest night. Next week, we will continue our trek on Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on what is most important in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you in becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. And thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 813 daily treks or read the daily journal, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe to iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.